figure out how I can translate songlines for the modern world, which is ridiculously ambitious and I'll never finish it. But it gives me something to work with where I can dive into all this blackfella mythology, having become, I guess, a bit of an expert in white mythology in the European ways, in the old stories. An opportunity to now look at the translation between the two. That's what I really want to do there. How can I get so immersed in being in place that I can take that back to the people and say, here's a way for us to understand this material and engage with it. And what's happened for me over the last year is that it's become a practice. So as opposed to just an intellectual endeavour, which I'm still really comfortable with, I've now been able to actually find my own way to meditate and to do ritual just to get in touch with nature. And that's begun to allow me to actually really listen to the land. The thing I've come across while I've been working with this material, I'm going to call embodied spirituality or eco-spirituality. Either way, it's important for me to be able to be true to my own personal spirituality, but also to do that in the body, to be true to nature effectively, to not be kind of tempted by some kind of transcendental realm that might allow me to escape from being who I'm destined to be here. Along the path, I've still found Joseph Campbell's hero's journey really, really helpful. As I've mentioned, Australian anthropologists as well. And I guess what I found through the combination of looking at the Blackfella Dreaming and the Hero's Journey by Campbell, which of course in a way already does this too. He's combining the idea of the shamanic underworld journey with things like Grail quests and Dante's visions, that kind of thing, other types of Western European myths, as a way of going down through ourselves and getting in touch, not with something higher and greater, but with something deeper and greater. So in effect, coming to the sacred by going through the body. This is something that I find really attractive. Not because I'm, some kind of decadent materialist, but because I'm here. And I find it impossible to believe that there's some kind of truth held by a priestly caste that's in between me and my notion of what is sacred. It just seems alien to me, and it always has. And if you look into, from what I've seen anyway, all of the mystic traditions as well as these kinds of indigenous traditions, it's all about being true to self. And when you can be really true to self, my personal practice is a Zen practice. I'm active with the Melbourne Zen group, and I've noticed that through that practice I'm able to just be okay with myself, and through that, ironically, to go beyond myself.